Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. In today's show, I wanted to talk a little bit about getting you dating ready, getting you in fighting shape, and I have 7 tips that'll get you there, get you ready to get out there and have you be your best. So I hope that this is interesting to you and that you will watch. If you are new here, I wanted to introduce myself. I'm Carey, and the reason that you should be paying attention here is that I've created this channel for women in their 50s, and we talk about things here that are interesting to me, like makeup and fashion and beauty and food, cooking and recipes, do-it-yourself ideas, trying to be more green here, but also I am a dating coach and a matchmaker here in the Chicago area, and I like to pass along some of the relationship and dating advice that I give my clients here to you in case you're out there dating. So if you are and you want to get in good fighting shape, stick around for my 7 tips and tricks to get you there. First of all, I want to put a disclaimer out there. I counted, but it was a rough count. It may be 7, it may be 8 or 9. Stick around, you'll just have to find out. I'll edit this to make the numbers line up at the end. First off, are you bleaching your teeth? After we get to 50 years old, all that coffee, wine, all types of crazy things we did. I don't know if you smoked when you were younger. I did. A lot of things out there that will discolor your teeth, and you want to have a bright white smile because it is the first thing that people notice about you, and it's super easy, super inexpensive. Even my dentist, who gave me the molds that I wear, said that the Crest white strips, and this is not a sponsored video, the Crest white strips do a really great job of lightening them a few shades, which will make a huge difference if you've got some discoloration. That is my whitening gel, and also I had my dentist make me little forms that are a little bit flexible. They were made with a mold at my dentist specifically for me, and they fit on my teeth. I do that a couple nights every month or 2 to try and keep my teeth white. I drink a lot of coffee. I don't drink alcohol, so red wine is not a problem for me, but tea is also a big one. And I've seen a lot of people who just never think of it, so I wanted to mention it to you. You do not have to go to the dentist and spend this money. Hopefully you are going to the dentist for good dental health and for good breath. The other thing I recommend is every once in a while, especially if you are a coffee, tea, or red wine drinker currently, is to brush your teeth with a little baking soda. That really will get off some of the surface stains in between getting your teeth cleaned by the dental hygienist. So, number 1 was bleach your teeth and have a radiant smile to meet somebody new. Number 2 is about your wardrobe. It would really simplify things if you had a dating wardrobe. And these are going to be things that are in your closet that you will have tried on ahead of time and assembled into something that makes you feel fabulous. I know what my uniform is, and I use the dressier version of my uniform for dates. If you have a uniform, maybe just elevate that a little bit. It should be comfortable too. You want to be focused on getting to know this person, not on your outfit. So try it on ahead of time, wear it somewhere ahead of time, and know that you really feel great, confident, and very much like yourself in this outfit. Number 3 would be childcare. My kids are older, grown, and out of the house, but I know a lot of people in their 50s, both men and women, who still have younger kids at home who aren't the age that you can leave them alone. So make sure that you have somebody available who can watch your kids if you're going to be out. Because one of the really annoying things on dates, and I'm just being honest here, it's from the feedback I get from people, is when that phone just constantly blows up. Of course, if you have children at home, you have to have your phone face up, and you have to be able to answer calls from your children if they are to call. But leaving them home alone for the first time, or if they're new at staying home alone, if they're young, is probably not the best time to do it if you're going out on a first date, or a second date, or a third actually. So have your child care in order so that you can be a very polite date and not be on your phone through half of it, right? Number 3 is to be in a place where you are feeling physically healthy. And we'll talk about mentally healthy in a moment too. As we round the mid-century mark at 50 and people are wanting to get to know each other, one of their major concerns is they want to be assured that the person that they're about to perhaps fall in love with is going to be sticking around for a good long time. So they want somebody who's taking care of themselves, and that is our responsibility to take care of ourselves now, not wait until we have somebody to do it for. So are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you out there and walking? Walking is really the greatest exercise for those of us in our 50s. You may be a huge workout person, I don't know, but if exercise isn't your thing, at least be walking, because it really is great for your health and for your heart. And you know, if you read dating profiles, you'll see that everybody's very favorite activity is hiking. And if you go hiking on a date, you want to make sure that they're not going to be leaving you in their dust on the very first small hill you encounter. And then the second part of that being healthy is being mentally healthy. You want to be in a good headspace. Nobody wants to spend an hour hearing about your divorce. You've got to do the work and figure out where to put that, where to tuck it, deal with it, and where to tuck it away so that you can move on and be in the moment and truly be present for somebody. You know, my mother will tell me that her Sudoku is really keeping those brain synapses going, and that my dad doing his crosswords. And that is great, but I really think it's important that we keep learning things, that we are nurturing our brain. And I saw a commercial yesterday and I thought of you, and I wanted to tell you what they said. It was, when was the last time you did something for the first time? I think we need to keep up on current events. I think we need to be constantly learning new things, trying new things, and still broadening our horizons as we enter our 50s and beyond. So to constantly be learning new things or taking a class and being good to yourself is really important. You have to take care of you before you can be offering to take care of someone else and have them share in that task as well. I think we're at number 5. And number 5 in getting you dating ready and getting you in good dating fighting shape would be to clear some space in your life for another person. Some of us have been on our own now for some time, and it becomes a little bit difficult to make room to allow somebody else in. And I'm not talking necessarily, although I could be, about physical space, but I'm talking about allowing somebody with different ideas and different perspectives a place where they can come in and feel safe and share with you. That you are open to new things with this person and clearing a space in your current thought processes to allow somebody else's in. You have to have room for someone different and their own peculiarities in your life if you want to share your life with somebody else. And while we are talking about clearing space, physically that's true as well. If at some point you may end up living with somebody else, make sure that you have your life in order, your living space in order. You don't want it overloaded with a life that you are no longer living. So making space in your home and in your surroundings is probably also a great idea. You don't want to be so rigid. I'm thinking back to a man I was living with who, when he brought in the things that were important to him, it broke my heart to see my decorating scheme go but they were his and I wanted him here. I made allowances and I learned to make space for his belongings. So it could be things as well as a place in your life, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Number 6, to get you in dating shape and get you dating ready, would be to embrace the positivity that you have within you. And I think it's really important that we be able to easily tap into a feeling of being really upbeat and positive and finding the good in situations, in other people, and in ourselves. And I think learning to accept yourself the way that you are, learning to love yourself, being proud of what you bring to the table and what you have to offer is really important. I think that sometimes we can get to places after a long life of 50 years and allow some of the negativity to pile up and permeate parts of our life. And I think we have to find a way when we're out there dating to compartmentalize, to take that baggage, the negativity, the things that happened that we've overcome, and put them up in the overhead bin and lock it down. I'm not saying hide them away, not dealt with, but to deal with them and put them away so that you can start fresh with somebody new. And that's also important because people are drawn to people who are positive, and most people are looking to be with someone who can add even more fun to their life. So be that fun, positive, upbeat person, not only for the people you meet, but for yourself. And that leads me pretty easily into number 6, which is confidence. To know that you're in a great space and you have a lot to offer, you're healthy physically and mentally, you've got your life in order, you've created good relationships, a solid foundation to move on through your 50s and into your 60s and 70s with a partner by your side, and just feel confident in everything you've done that got you to this place. That is quite an accomplishment. So be proud of it and let that confidence radiate out from you. So the last step basically is throw on some red lipstick and get your tush out the door and meet somebody new. And that rounds out our 7 tips to get you in fighting shape and get you dating ready. If you enjoyed this and you found something helpful, please give it a thumbs up. While you're poking around, if you could subscribe and hit that ring bell so you're notified when I upload new videos, that would be great. And I truly appreciate you stopping by to see what I wanted to talk about today. And I will look forward to doing this again soon. Thank you and have a good one.